Let's settle a debate that's been haunting sidewalks and park trails for decades. Brisk walking versus jogging. Which one wins the health battle? Is it better to glide along like a caffeinated power walker or bounce your way into cardiovascular glory with a gentle jog? The truth, as always, is a little more nuanced. But if you're betting on long-term health, longevity, and something you'll actually stick with past next Tuesday, brisk walking might just pull off the upset win. First, let's acknowledge the shared strengths. Both jogging and brisk walking are excellent for your heart. Both improve circulation, reduce LDL cholesterol, help regulate blood sugar, and lower your risk of chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, stroke, and high blood pressure. They also stimulate endorphins, meaning either one can serve as a free, legal mood enhancer with virtually no side effects, aside from the occasional need to stretch your calves like a 90s aerobics instructor. But where the two start to part ways is in the fine print, specifically around joint safety, injury risk, and long-term sustainability. Jogging undeniably offers a more intense cardiovascular workout in less time. It increases your VO2 max more quickly, burns more calories per minute, and might give you that satisfying post-run sweat that makes you feel like you've conquered something besides your inbox. That intensity, however, comes at a cost. Jogging is a higher-impact activity. Each step sends force through your knees, hips, and spine, which is fine if you're 25 with perfect biomechanics and shoes that cost as much as rent, but less ideal if you're older, recovering from injury, or just have joints that creak like an old wooden ship in a storm. Over time, the repetitive pounding can lead to common overuse injuries, shin splints, runner's knee, IT band syndrome, and the classic twisted ankle meets ice pack moment. Brisk walking, on the other hand, is low impact but high return. It's gentler on the joints, but still gets your heart pumping and your blood vessels dilating in all the right ways. Studies have shown that brisk walkers, especially those who walk at 3 to 4 miles per hour, can see cardiovascular benefits nearly identical to those of joggers, especially when total energy expenditure is matched. In fact, one large study from the American Heart Association found that brisk walking reduced the risk of heart disease just as much as jogging, and in some cases, slightly more, especially in terms of reducing blood pressure and cholesterol. But here's the kicker: adherence. The best exercise in the world is useless if you don't stick with it, and this is where brisk walking quietly dominates. Most people can realistically walk every day. You don't need special gear. You don't have to shower afterward, usually. And you can do it while talking, thinking, or dramatically eavesdropping on other people's conversations in the park. It integrates into life, walking to the store, taking the stairs, pacing during phone calls, and that integration is what makes it stick. Jogging? Great for those who love it. But it often requires a higher motivational threshold. It's harder to recover from, tougher to fit into an already packed day, and more likely to get skipped on days when you're sore, tired, or just not feeling it. Translation: walking wins the consistency game, which is arguably the most important game of all when it comes to health and longevity. So which one wins? If you're training for a race or looking for quick fitness gains, jogging may have the edge. But if you're thinking long-term, heart health, joint safety, injury avoidance, and something you can realistically do into your 70s and 80s, brisk walking is the stealth champion. It's the tortoise in the tortoise and hare story: steady, resilient, and ultimately more likely to cross the finish line with your cartilage intact. Walk fast, live long. It might not make you sweaty enough to post about, but your arteries will thank you quietly for decades.